Hi, welcome to the Makers with Heart Craft Fair edition, Craft Fair item edition for November 2021. I'm Amanda with Crafting with Amanda. Yesterday, Kim Ferguson started off this week-long of videos for craft fair items or teacher gifts, those kind of things, with really cute full candy bar wrappers. So if you didn't check that out, there'll be a playlist in the link in the description, and then also there'll be a link at the end of the video. So all week, each of the creators or makers with heart, will be making some cute little craft fair item or teacher gift or something that you can make quickly and easily, of course, using Close to My Heart products. I just also want to remind you, if you haven't subscribed to any of the Makers with Hearts channels, go ahead and do that, and then you won't miss any of our future content. Thanks. My craft fair item is going to be small note cards, like thank you notes that you can give as a set, and then also some tags for putting on gifts. So I'm showing you some of the items that I pulled out thinking that I was going to use them. So that was the old snowflake set. There is a brand new snowflake and stamp set in the idea book, so be sure to check that out if you don't already have some snowflakes of your own. And I'm using the Wonderful paper collection, and I just thought I'd show you how quick and easy Close to My Heart makes this, because the papers just coordinate with the stickers and it truly is easy. So off camera, I went ahead and cut out some frames for these wreaths, and I like to cut the kind of the base cardstock first and then stamp on it. So I'm using my MISTI here, and I'm not going to make you watch me doing all four of those, so I jumped ahead. But I stamped my wreath. I kind of like doing my prep and having things around my station. It's just what works for me, so you work out what works for you. So I'm taking this paper that is the, I can't think of the color. I think mulberry is the background, and then on the other side was the rosemary was the background of the paper, that gray-green tone. And I'm just cutting 5 1/4 by 1.5 inch strips. And I kind of like working in pairs just because the paper is two-sided. And so I cut that, and then I cut 1 by 4 inch strips off of the glacier pattern paper. And as you can see, I'm just mixing, matching the fronts and backs on the two cards. And I pulled this "You're the Best" sentiment from one of the old stamp sets, I think, For All Occasion, or Say Anything, Say It All occasions. And in our core idea book, they have another For Every Occasion stamp set. So if you don't have one that has stamp sets that'll work on cards year round, go ahead and check that out. That would be a really good one. So first cards are done, and we're going to jump ahead to the second cards. I did the same cuts, 1.5 by 5 1/4, and then 1 by 4. And again, I'm using the same "You're the Best" on the bottom. These for teacher gifts and craft shows, for me, you always want something that's repeatable, but not necessarily the same. So yes, "You're the Best" is the same, but these stickers from the Wonderful paper pack just kind of give a new lift to every card. And again, interchanging the front and the back of the pattern papers, again, it's a similar look, but it's also different. So again, just jumping ahead, here's our last two cards. I do packages of 6. I know a lot of people do 4. I just like 6. It's a good number for me. So this time I'm taking that glacier pattern paper that has the solid, not solid, but I think it's a polka dot on the back, and I cut into a new paper with all the houses on it. And these stickers just work really well. Here's a mom pulling a child on a sled, and then I think we're gonna have ice skaters on the other one, and it just works with these houses and trees. And again, just simple, elegant cards. I took this snowflake from an old Constant campaign called Traditional Holidays, and so I'm showing you here. I'm going to put a link for the video where I show you how to make a box that these note card set would fit in, and that was from the November 5th Fun Fold Friday video, so you can check that out. Now I'm starting on these quick simple tags, and again, I'm using my MISTI, and on that same stamp set that I had the snowflake, the Traditional Holiday, it also had the "To From," or the "To and With Love" is what I use on my tags along with that snowflake, and I'm just stamping all the tags the same, and then using these little pieces of paper that are just around my desk. These were from that Build-A-Tag window card. I had cut out some snowflakes, so now you'll just see these really do come together just that quickly. You pull what you have. I'm doing the snowflakes in groups of 3, and those are that simple. I will show those again at the end. So now I'm going on to the blinged out tags, and I'll probably slow this down and go a little more in detail for you. So this is the Sapphire Shimmer Brush, and again, it doesn't show up real well on video, but in real life, these just jump off the page. And then these were 2 rectangular scraps that were left on my desk after the thin cuts. So I'm cutting them into little tags. So I clipped off one corner and then turned it over so it would be a mirror image and clipped off the other corner. And it turned out to be too much of a pointed tag. So I just trimmed down that point a little bit and made it into a shorter tag. And originally I thought I would just pull these stickers off of the sticker sheet for the Wonderful paper, and it needed more. So looking around again, I saw the zip strip right on the desk, so I'm using it kind of as an anchor and just a little mini decoration on these little mini tags. And that's all I'm doing. It's one of those things with tags that you can just kind of have fun with it. And at first I thought I was gonna put the tag through the slot for the bigger tag, but then with the wreath here, I think the tag just looks really cute on it, so I attached it to the wreath. And now I just grab some of the silver sparkle, or sequins that I have, and I'm just gonna put those around the wreath as well. But first I want to pop dot that up, so I'm just cutting off strips of foam tape and making them into small squares. If I had some of the shaker card centers, those would have been perfect for here, but I've actually used all of the ones that I've used the shaker element for. So instead I'm just cutting apart the foam tape that we have on a big roll. And here, the pickup tool, if you haven't picked one of these up, they come in a 2-pack for $5.95, I think. It's a wax pencil, and it's longer than a pencil, but it's just fantastic. You can use one hand, you pick it up, roll the item off that you picked up. It's just really nice. I love it. So again, tag number 2, I took a gold foil paper along with a sapphire glitter paper that I'd cut the snowflakes out of, and I'm just going to glue those down. Again, I'm kind of trying to work in 3 with the stamped snowflake and then the 2 die cut snowflakes, and it's okay that they run off the edge. I'm not going to trim those off. I'm going to just let them carry on over outside the boundaries of that tag. And that's kind of some of the fun that you can have when you're not constrained to what's going to fit in an envelope. So here I'm just taking that green lidded Tombow glue, because it again dries a little tacky, so it holds the sequins better, and I'm just peppering some of the sequins around the outside of that tag, and it sparkles and shines. So tag number 3, again, I'm just looking around the desk. What do I have here? This is one of the strips that I had cut off for the cards, and because there were trees on it and I wanted the strip to go up and down, this size didn't work for me, but it's perfect along the top of the tag. And again, this square is actually left over, because when you cut 5 1/4 and 5 1/4, that leaves you a 1.5 inch kind of square, or 1 1/4 inch square of the pattern paper left. So I'm using all the scraps to decorate these tags, and they turn out really super cute. They don't take long to make. Just use what you have and have fun with it. There's a whole bunch of stickers on this Wonderland, paper that I'm still going to be able to make a ton more tags and a lot more card sets. So like I said, look for the video that'll I can't even think of what it's called, but I'll show a lot of the sets that I make with the rest of the Wonderland paper. So this last tag here, my favorite color is blue, so I am a sucker for anything blue. So I had to pick that sapphire glitter snowflake, the big one again. And then these pieces are left over the holographic dreamy paper. I did a layout, and if you haven't seen that video, you can go back on my channel and take a look for that. But I did a holographic snowflake layout, And after the Cricut had cut the overlay for it, I just went in with a punch of snowflakes and made some holographic snowflakes out of the leftovers. So I'm celebrating my stash and creating some beautiful tags all at the same time. Now that we're done with that, I'm going to give you a look at the cards and the stamped envelopes. I just put them all together. So you can see that they're similar cards, but they're not exactly the same. And you put those all together in a set, and someone, a teacher's going to be thrilled with that. In fact, I gave a set of cards to a 5th grade teacher who now our son is friends with her twin boys. They're in the same grade. And she still talked about it a couple years later, how awesome those cards were. So this is the look of the collection that I made, and it really didn't take me that long in real life either. I know I jumped ahead, but it didn't take that long to make these. Here is the link to the playlist so that you can watch all of the Makers with Heart craft fair ideas for this month. Remember to subscribe to their channel, and I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you.